y'all doing?
Hey CJ, how you doing? So what does it mean to you just kind of coming into this season? I know obviously you were injured last year for basically all of it. Just how excited are you to be healthy and playing a big role on this team this year?
With the timing with everything, I just think it's a blessing for real. With us coming to this conference and me finally being healthy, I was pretty beat up about not being able to play last season, but like I said, with the timing, it all works out for itself. So.
What were some of the mental challenges you faced not being able to play last season?
Some of the mental challenges was just not being out there, and we had a little losing streak there where I really felt like I could have impacted, and we were losing like a lot of games by like 1 to 2 points. So it just really hurt me to see that happening. But I sat back and evaluated a lot and learned a lot about myself from just watching the game.
CJ, how do you feel like this team is coming together with the 10 new transfers and having guys like you and DJ in place that already have the standard set and kind of playing under Coach Dawkins?
Coach Dawkins and all the coaches, they make it real easy for to see what the standards are. So just pretty much trusting the process and staying together, through the standards and making sure that our younger guys are doing the same kind of things. I could kind of see when somebody's going off track. Just pick them up and just keep positive vibes in the gym.
What stands out to you about this basketball team? Obviously a lot of new faces. You and Darius have been around though. What stands out? What do you like about this team, especially after going through these two scrimmages?
I just like how fast we gelled together. With 10 new guys, it's pretty hard to get everybody on track like how we've been doing. But I think some factors that helped us, like we had that Italy trip, I think that really helped us out a lot with learning each other and being on the court every day in practice, playing cohesive. I feel like it's helping in our favor.
Coach Dawkins has described you as being one of the leaders of the team. Would you agree with that description?
Yeah, for sure. I've been here for 3 years. I'm the only one that's really been here that long. So, yeah, I'm definitely one of the leaders on the team.
What do you feel you've learned about yourself and your game and your personality over this course of your college career?
Learning how to play slow for real. I think one of my problems was I was always so hasty on the court, and I played fast on defense, which was good, but on offense I played real fast too, and it resulted in a lot of mistakes. I feel like watching film and getting on my extra shots, I could really see how the game slows down for me and how that helps work in my advantage.
You said the team's developed some cohesion. Have you developed an identity, and if so, what do you think it's going to be?
Just playing hard every day, bringing it every day. Just staying positive. I feel like there's a lot of positivity in practice, and I feel like that's going to help us out a lot because we got a lot of new guys. So, yeah.
Did we expect to see some of the same bounce that you showed in the previous seasons?
More bounce. Now I'm healthy for real. I feel like I was playing a little hurt sometimes, so now I'm finally healthy, as healthy as I could be. So my bounce is definitely back, if not better.
Talk a little bit about the upcoming game against FIU. What are you expecting from yourself and the team in that game?
Like I said, just playing hard. I feel like with the talent that we have, if we just don't forget to play hard, then it'll, work out in itself.
What are you seeing from Darius Johnson at point guard? How is he a different player than maybe he was his first couple of years?
Everybody when they first come to college they trying to figure it out. I feel like he's really been figuring it out and taking in what the coaches have been dishing out, and just not being too down on himself and not being too high on himself when he's up, not being too down on himself when he's low, and being that leveled guard that we need because, he's the head of the snake, so we need him to be the most level-headed on the team. And once he figured that out, he's just been going like this for.
Can you talk about the impact that the fans have on you as a player on the court, and also just like coming into a conference that you can use that extra support?
Yeah, the environment here be wild. Even when we wasn't Big 12, the student section was always known to be, one of the littest student sections. And I've played against a lot of teams, and I don't really see their student section like ours. So I already know that they're really amped up for this Big 12 just as much as we are. So I'm really excited to see how amped up they really are and see it, because I know that that's going to give me a lot of dunks.
People on the outside really aren't giving UCF much of a chance in this first Big 12 season, predicted last. I mean, you guys obviously see that. How do you take that? Is that bulletin board material?
Yeah, it definitely drives us every day. We talk about it every day as a team, but, the more political answer. I get it, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, we got 10 new guys and we don't really know nobody, like, nobody else knows what we have cooking in the practice gym. So, I mean, you got to put us somewhere. You can put us in the middle, you know what I'm saying? We ain't do nothing yet, but definitely helps us, you know, drive every day in practice. You know what I'm saying? It gives us that edge.
And what we knew about you and Darius, obviously you guys have played, but there's a lot of newcomers. Who are you excited to see on the court when they finally get out there next week as far as these transfers and newcomers?
Shoot, well, the way practice is going, everybody can have a night for real. And I'm just super excited to see everybody and see what they got to bring to the table.
CJ, you talked about not being picked, obviously, or being picked to finish last. Does that kind of underdog mentality that maybe sneak up on some teams, maybe that your mentality is they don't know what you guys have, so we're going to show them, we're going to sneak up on some of these teams and maybe
Yeah, for sure.
surprise them?
I feel like one of the biggest things is you can't really play nobody down to their level of competition. But I feel like you said, us being picked last, some guys may get popped. You know what I'm saying? Just coming and playing against us and not knowing we got cooking.
Do you feel like the success of an underdog team like FAU, you guys had a chance to kind of scrimmage against them, kind of see where you are? Did that kind of give you some success to kind of propel you, based on your performance that you've had?
Yeah, for sure. But we got to take that and not be too high just because we beat them. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, we don't really even look at that win too much. We still got a whole season ahead of us.
Being a fifth, you've polished your game every offseason. What have you most polished this offseason?
Like I said, slowing my game down. I feel like going when I'm supposed to go, shooting when I'm supposed to shoot, not shooting sometimes when I'm not supposed to shoot, making that extra pass that's just going to make my teammate better. I feel like that really helped me out. And I think film helped me out, watching myself mess up a lot last year. I used to see it a lot, you know what I'm saying? So.
You talked a little bit about the mental, you know, when you were going through your injury and you were kind of on the sidelines. Was there anyone who said anything to you? Did you talk to anyone? What did you lean on? Faith, something like maybe to kind of get you through that difficult time of not being on the court?
My coaches, of course, they do a good job telling me, like, look, like, we're going to need you next year, so don't even let this year bother you too much because we already know you shutting it down. For a little bit, it was like a back and forth thing, but once I knew it was it, I just kind of put all my eggs into this year, and it made it easier for me. So listen to my coaches, and because like at the end of the day, they're the ones that know best.
What's your motto for this season for yourself?
My motto for us, I didn't come up with a motto for myself. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be lying to you if I said something.
All right, all good with CJ?
Yep.
Appreciate it. Thanks, CJ. Good luck.
Somebody got to give